he has made enough policy gaffes that you have to be a little worried. That's what Rand Paul was saying, that he's basically on the verge of causing a real foreign policy crisis with his loose lips and running mouth. Now, maybe the Joe Biden of 20 years ago would have done the same. You could make that case, right? But, with the we would respond in kind if Putin unleashed a chemical attack in Ukraine. Wait, no, we wouldn't. The United States would launch a chemical attack in Ukraine? I don't think we would, no. The statement he made about Taiwan and the Chinese. Wait, well, that's a change in policy. Oh, no, it's not. Well, yes, it is, because we normally sort of stayed in a neutral, ambiguous place, and you were clearly saying we're going to send troops in if they go into Taiwan. And then there was the statement about Putin ought to be kicked out, right? Like regime change, which we're definitely not in favor of, at least not openly. And all those things are sketchy things, and there's a bunch of them.
And I think your point about would Biden of 20 years ago be making these same gaffes is an interesting one, and I think the answer is yes. Like I think this is who Biden has long been. If you watch, when he was chairing, either the Foreign Affairs Committee or Foreign Relations Committee or chairing Judiciary, he would just say things that were just kind of off the wall. Now he's the president, and so his off the wall remarks could have global implications. But the globe now has 6 years of experience in pausing after an American president speaks and asking the question of, does this represent a change in policy,
That's a good
or
point.
is this just an American president popping off? That's not a good way to run an empire by any stretch of the imagination. But at least the other countries, have had that experience. And now with Biden, I think that all of the other world leaders are going to, they're not going to instantly react to something that he says. Just the way that they were not reacting instantly to President Trump. They would be back channeling, to their counterparts, either state or defense, and saying, "Hey, so the president just tweeted this. What does that mean?" Whereas in Biden's case, it's just, Biden just said this, this impromptu thing at a press conference. What does that mean? And so, like I said, neither of those ways are desirable to run a foreign policy operation.
Trump was like a loose cannon, but Biden, you just wonder if he's all there. So it's like one guy's just impulsive and threatening in a way that may or may not be real, and then you got the other guy who is just, he may not be all there. Rich, Jim Garrity over at National Review had a bit in his Morning Jolt the other day that raised this point, and I thought it was a great one, so we did a montage of it. But one of the other things that could be provocative to foreign leaders, okay, I get Ryan's point of like they'll double check before they bomb us, before they think we're bombing them. But weakness is provocative too. If they don't think he's all there, like we saw that with Afghanistan, that weakness provoked, you could argue, Ukraine and so on. And what's up with I'm not allowed to take questions. I'm not supposed to be taking questions. I shouldn't be talking to you when dealing with just the American media, which are a lot less scary than Putin. Here's a little montage. This is soundbite 5.
You guys are bad. I'm not supposed to be answering all these questions. I'm supposed to leave. I'm not going to answer any more questions on Afghanistan.
Would it be okay if we just have a couple of questions, just a couple of
Good
questions?
luck. We're gonna. This last question I'll take, and I'm really going to be in trouble. The reason we're not going to have any time for questions now is these guys got to get quickly on a plane and go out and do a major announcement in Ohio, and you guys will ask me all about Russia and not about anything having to do with chips. I'm not supposed to take any questions, but go ahead.
Mr. President, on Afghanistan.
I'm not going to answer Afghanistan now.
Can you say?
I mean, to Jim's point.
Yeah, it's a classic instance of reading his stage directions out loud. And they want to minimize access to him for fear of what he'll say. And he's messed up scripted remarks where he's gone off script and said something, that we want Putin to go. That's not U.S. policy. And per Ryan's point, it is bizarre that twice running now we've had U.S. presidents who haven't reliably spoken to what U.S. policy is necessarily. That's not a good situation. But the lack of long sit-down interviews with mainstream legacy reporters, it all goes to the fear of what he'll say. The Easter Bunny was right. We saw the Easter Bunny in real time, steering him away from reporters. Get back here with the kids and just do the role. Don't talk to anyone. And I think the Easter Bunny's instincts suffuse the entirety of this White House staff. And another thing that's really notable is not just necessarily the cognitive decline, but the Jimmy Kimmel interview, where there are a moment or two there where it really, would have you concerned. But the rest of it, what comes across is just the sense of frailty. I mean, he's an old man. He's an old man in a job that's incredibly punishing, that requires great reservoirs of mental, intellectual, and physical energy. And whatever his actual mental state is, clearly that at age 79, that's not what it was at age 59, and it is getting depleted as we speak.
Black Rifle Coffee Company is a veteran-founded company serving premium coffee to people who love America. They develop their explosive roast profiles with the same mission focus learned as military members serving this great country. Black Rifle Coffee imports high-quality coffee beans from Colombia and Brazil, and they roast them 5 days a week at their facilities in Manchester, Tennessee, and Salt Lake City, Utah, which means you get the freshest coffee possible no matter where you live. Enjoy the awesome packaging and unique flavors like Silencer Smooth and Lava Panther. The best way to enjoy Black Rifle's freedom-filled coffee is with the Black Rifle Coffee Club. When you join the club, your brew of choice gets roasted, packaged, and shipped free to your door on your schedule. Buy it at blackriflecoffee.com and use the code MK at checkout for 20% off your purchase and your first coffee club order. That's blackriflecoffee.com/MK and use the code MK on checkout. Black Rifle Coffee is America's coffee. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.